Investors betting against Trump Media and Technology Group have lost $420 million since the stock began trading upon Trump's election. Tesla short sellers have lost $8 billion since Donald Trump's election. And this was over a week ago. Short sellers lost $557 million shorting crypto, getting liquidated as Bitcoin hit its all-time high. And since then, we know Bitcoin has gone much higher, losing short sellers billions in crypto, billions in Tesla, and $500 million in DJT stock. Now, this is a real statement from Donald Trump. You can see posted November 12th, 2024, where he is covering Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. If you have not heard about this, what is the Doge Department? This is brand new with Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Vivek Ramaswamy. If I'm not pronouncing that correctly, my apologies, is basically standing for Department of Government Efficiency. Its purpose is to streamline government operations and make them more efficient, but actually doesn't have a direct effect since it is not a legitimate government agency. Now, Vivek has said Doge will soon begin crowdsourcing examples of government waste, fraud, and abuse. Americans voted for a drastic government reform, and they deserve to be a part of fixing it. Elon Musk also has said that all actions of the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge, will be posted online for maximum transparency. So what does this mean? This is giving Americans the opportunity to kind of go against some decisions that the government make. Although it's not a legitimate government agency, it is a Doge, Department of Government Agency, created by Trump, Elon Musk, and Vivek. Now, does this have direct correlation to Dogecoin? No, it does not. However, you can see right here, Elon Musk has tweeted Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, with the Doge right behind it with the American flag. This guy loves to pump Dogecoin. He loves the memes, and he is Dogecoin daddy, and that is why you are seeing Dogecoin pump a little bit, up about 15% on the day. Now, we have a lot to talk about with AMC, Gamestop. I just want to let you know real quick, if you guys have been with the channel, obviously I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. I am on a new computer. I have been test running some things, so let me know if the screen is good, let me know if my audio is good, and let me know if ultimately the recording is all set and enjoyable for you guys. We got a lot of information to cover. AMC and GameStop are seeing some weird data go on that we're going to talk about, but ultimately we're going to jump into crypto really quick first before AMC and GameStop. Make sure to like the video, drop a comment down below, and make sure to have post notifications on for the channel for when I upload once again. Now, if you didn't see the video last night, will Bitcoin crash after 90K? Dogecoin warning. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys didn't watch that. I know it did go up late. What I was telling you is it is not time to sell. And what happened overnight? Bitcoin ran to 92,000 all the way up to 93,300. Now it is trading at 92,400, up 5% on the day. And you can see it actually building a little bit of consolidation above 84,600, which is super bullish. We really wanted to hold that level. That was one of our first price targets. Our second price target, now that we are over that, and ultimately I think it will get hit, is 103,500. That is where I think Bitcoin is going to hit next up. But reminder, there will be a lot of profit taking at 100K. Dogecoin is up 41 cents, 41.2 right now, up 8% on the day. I don't want to take too long on this because I've been covering Doge multiple times, but you can see on the RSI, Dogecoin is very overbought. Now, does this matter? Not necessarily, because sometimes it stays up there for quite a while. However, as long as Dogecoin stabilizes at this price and continues to consolidate, it is very bullish for Dogecoin. It doesn't have to pump right away. It just needs to hold its levels between 40 cents and 42 cents. Okay, so we're watching these levels. Ultimately, a few other times Dogecoin got overbought like this. It did come crashing back down, but that is just because it was a quick pump. This environment is a little bit different. This is the 1 hour time frame. We had a flag pattern. We broke out to the bottom of it, made a new flag pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if we break back down to the bottom of this flag. Worst case scenario. But ultimately, now that Donald Trump is in office and now that Elon is basically his buddy, I see a lot more positivity coming with Dogecoin as not just a meme coin. Even though the only thing that's scary is the high market cap of this thing. It's not showing up right here, but I believe it's around 40 to 50 billion, which is pretty crazy right now. But ultimately, Dogecoin, this is Dogecoin on the 1 minute time frame. You can see us flagging out right here, building a base at what I call this demand zone down here. And every time we jumped in it, it decided to skyrocket. I actually bought more here, and my stop loss was down here at around 40 cents. Dogecoin's looking great. You see a bounce here. I really want it to get back into the supply zone and test it a couple times at 42.4. So we'll watch that, and ultimately a break over 42.7 is what I'm watching for Dogecoin. I also see a breakout potential in Shiba consolidating between my first and second price target at 4024, 4028. I'm watching for that next push up tonight, potentially bring us to 4032, 4037. Pepe was up 40%. You can't make this up. I said last night, right here, I said Pepe has not broke out yet. You can see we tested this already back here, here, and here, and the only time we broke out was up here. I said that last night. We have not even started yet. Pepe broke out. Congratulations to all those who jumped in. I didn't personally have a big bag on Pepe, but ultimately, I'm just happy to make you guys some money. Bonk is doing extremely well as well. I said it tested this once, twice. Now the third time. This time, in my opinion, Bonk is likely to break out, especially because the market cap of other plays is much higher than Bonk, and I think Bonk actually has some value to it, some utility to it. So keep an eye on this one as well. Now, implied volatility on GameStop has spiked today to over 130%. That's something to note as well. Shout out to Wolf of My Street on Twitter. Another 2 million on GameStop. $40 calls were just purchased this morning for GameStop. $8.4 million in total premium on Tuesday, with almost all of the ask volume yesterday appearing in new open interest today. So a lot of moves being made on GameStop. Now, we don't have the option chain being reported on Stock Tracker, but what we do have is mass amounts of short exempts since the 8th of November. 89,000, 109,000, 131,000, gradually increasing. However, the short percentage is staying relatively the same, around 40%. What is here to note? It is here to note that they are dropping as much rocks in the momentum as possible as GameStop tries to push higher, but it's not just GameStop. AMC had 500,000 short exempts in a single day on the 11th of November, and then following that 150k, right before that 135, 140, 173, and this is all up from about 40 to 60k normally, which is still high for any given stock. I also want to note AMC's options chain is looking absolutely gorgeous, with 63,000 calls expiring in the money compared to 23,000 puts expiring in the money. And then you have a ton of premium going to market makers, unfortunately. 163,000 calls expiring out of the money, which is not a good thing to see. But the more AMC starts to scale higher, the more that we could see potential gamma ramp happening. Now, if AMC comes down on the day and base is around $4.65, that's a great thing to see. $4.65, $4.70, and we end up getting a close there. That means AMC broke out of this little parallel channel, right? Came out and based on it, and we can get primed for another rip, which is ultimately what I see happening since we are in that point of interest. So again, AMC is not going to give you that warning, but this is what I see as a potential warning, and we'll just keep a very close eye on it. We need a lot more volume to pick up. We need it to stop barcoding, so on and so forth. We tried to break out back here. You can see it wicked. We tried to break out back here, but we failed and came back in. GameStop 27.22 up 1.4% on the day, was up almost 5%. We tried to break out. We're sitting on the 2-hour time frame. Ultimately, this is looking pretty good for GameStop. Building consolidation at these levels is a beautiful thing to see, because you can see back here, GameStop actually scaled up and failed at these levels to build consolidation and broke down, okay? GameStop is playing out the same setup where it scaled up at these levels, and instead of failing and breaking down, you're breaking up. So what does this mean? Well, ultimately this scaled down. Ultimately, you could see this melt up like Roaring Kitty's emoji, right? Ultimately, we're looking at a melt up phase there for GameStop. SPY 598.44 up 0.26% on the day. I entered calls on this in Discord. Again, if you want to join the Discord, I post my trades as soon as I enter them. That is the top link in the description. But overall, SPY looking great, and I expect it to go higher and break that 600 mark. I know that is optimistic, but trust me, I'm watching 604.50 on the SPY. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. I am just a guy on YouTube. The last stock I wanted to bring up is actually Robinhood. Now, I don't really like the company I don't really have to explain why. Robinhood is trading at $33. It did get a breakout, and we called the breakout way back here in October, early October. We came all the way up, broke back below, came all the way up, and we could potentially break back below, fill this gap at 30.50, but ultimately we are holding above a fib level. What does that tell me? That tells me if everything continues to rise, Bitcoin continues to 103.5K, SPY continues to pass 600, AMC, Gamestop, all these plays. Robinhood is another one that's going to come up to $42 in my opinion, $42.40 or so, which is that next level. And ultimately, Robinhood also just announced that they are going to list Pepe, Solana, Cardano, and XRP. Also, XRP and Ethereum Classic, I believe, are running, which AMC tracks those. So I assume AMC and GameStop are going to melt up maybe overnight, but ultimately Thursday, Friday, next week, right, so on and so forth. We're in a beautiful, beautiful money-making environment, and there are a ton of opportunities here. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The Discord link is right here in the description, the top link. I post my trades as soon as I enter them. You will also get alerts to your phone for dark pool trades, insider trades, options, sweep orders, market news, which is just insane. And overall, they're the best vibes in there, best people in Discord. I love the family in there. Whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, come talk stocks and crypto, level yourself up. And if you want my custom indicator to add to your TradingView chart to ultimately help you trade, it finds patterns for you, gives you price targets, and then forecasts what the stock might do based on the pattern that it detected, which is pretty cool. And then you have the Moomoo link in the description, which personally is one of my favorites because I use their platform and I get hooked up while you get hooked up. If you use my link and open an account and deposit into there, you're getting up to 15 free stocks, but you're also earning 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash. So whenever I'm not trading, I'm earning a high interest on that cash. And each of these stocks are valued up to $2,000 per stock. So sign up once your account is approved, probably in a minute or two, make a deposit into there, and then get your potential $30 cash reward when you deposit 100, all that other good stuff. And if you want to withdraw it all, feel free. They're not going to hold you to it, but it is a good platform to trade on with level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. So go do that, guys. That is it. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.